Hello. Hello. Hey, I stepped away for like 2 minutes to go to the combini. What I miss? Chuchu, my goodness, dear. It seems like I haven't seen you in a fortnight and 20. What do you mean? It's been literally like 5 minutes. I went down to go pick up another bottle of water from the convenience store. It's November the 11th, 1980X. And here in the rock quarry, it is very freaking cold and damp. I'm a high spec hamster Chuchu, your helpful support bot from God's Eye Universe. I almost said the rock quarry twice. Chat, did you know that I just completely forgot almost everything? It's been a while. It has been such a long while that I completely forgot not only like what I use to auto moderate my chat, I almost forgot frankly all of my logins, but not really. But I also forgot my actual tags. I forgot my going live tag. I forgot the tags I use for all this shit. Fuck, it's been a while. That doesn't surprise me. Well, yeah. But yeah, I've very, as some of you may all know, I've been very busy over the past while. So that's why I don't really have a schedule. Times like this where I can go and stream are rare and far between. Sorry for the dead silence that's going on right now. Let me just go ahead and add some music again. I feel like I'm have to have something. Do some very quick maintenance here. Ba 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 ba. There we go. Cool. Oh shit, that's loud. Okay. I forgot my Twitch account was still connected to my OBS. Oh yeah, no worries. It's only been 2. Oh, really? That hasn't been that long at all. It's really ironic though. If I can just take my kayfabe and shoot it out back for a second. That I've said that um, it's always been 1980X number one. Number two is I've always said, uh, you know, it's only 3 days have passed. It's only been 3 years. When I had to go on hiatus, I celebrated my 3rd year anniversary, and I haven't been able to get back to streaming ever since. It's like I'm a prophet or something, or a robot from the future. But yeah, realistically, without getting too much into it, I've been very busy. Some of you all might know the details of it, some of you may not, but um, I'm process of trying to make my life better, and it's taken a while, as these things do. So, um, I'm doing much better than I was before I disappeared. I'm still around. In fact, if you're in the Boys Love Discord, or in the Gatai Discord, or in the New York Snark Exchange Discord, you can definitely see I'm very much alive, and also I've been shit posting on Skype, so that's just stuff has happened. But I have a day where I'm able to come back for a bit, so here I am. Yeah. Chucho, I forgot to inform you that the 90s have ended, therefore it's no longer time for clacks. That's fine. The 90s aren't gonna be here for another 10 years. Allegedly. But yeah. Real quick bit of housekeeping. Again, I'm not gonna have a set schedule. I'll probably pop up here and there for stuff. Several of my good VTuber friends have kept open invitations for me to drop in here and there, so you'll see me here and there. If there's a big God's Eye thing, I might show up, depending on the situation. But the real important thing I'm here to talk about today, right now, before I play a video game, is, as you may know, the most important democratic vote of the century is happening right now. That's right. It's the Ryuga Gotoku Like a Dragon character popularity contest. Now, I've participated in this event since it first started. I want to say back when 5 first came out in Japan. This used to be a Japanese, like, it wasn't, if you were not living in Japan, you could still vote. It's just that, like, the whole thing you know, it was convoluted. You had to, you know, it was on a Japanese website. You had to kind of like translate here and there, um, and figure out who was what. Also, I don't think the search function was as good as it is now. It's real important for several reasons. Why? Well, the winners of these contests tend to appear in the newer Ryuga Gotoku games. That's not really, you know, it's not 100% the case, but this is how Majima became the new mascot of Sega, because he won the Ryuga Gotoku all character popularity contest back when 5 was coming out. And then that fucker was everywhere. But yeah, they tend to get more merch released, and that's kind of also just like, you know, it's like a fun popularity contest, but it's also a way to show you know, our GG team, like, hey, these are the characters we kind of want to see more of and interested in playing games with these characters. Thanks. The character list is staggering. It has everything from, you know, Kiryu to man who enjoys boobs. Sorry, man who enjoys breasts. And 3 different characters whose names are just homeless or nameless man. However, there is something real heinous and evil and fucked up about this. And if you follow me on the social media, you probably already know. And if you've seen me spamming, you know, hashtag Michio Sweep, you already know. Hey, Torcel! Hello, hello! Thank you. Thank you. I see you, chat. You already know. You're way ahead of me. Good. So, you have almost every character, or pretty much every character from the mainline games. Almost every character. The main character and the characters from Like a Panther are not here, Kurohyo, and you know what, that's fair. It's technically a spin-off game. It's stuck on the PSP. I don't think many people played that game. I can say that. And it's, you know, it would not be a lie. The Ishin and Samurai spin-off games, not there. Virtua Fighter, not there. You know what's a little bit more fucked up? That's the main character of Judgment. You can't vote for him. But Chuchu, you say, is it because he's played by, you know, Kimutaku, who is a member of SMAP, aka one of the biggest, you know, and at this point, very much disgraced boy bands of Japan right now from Starto Entertainment, aka Johnny's of Japan, which is still very influential. Au contraire, you can't look up almost any of the Judgment characters, even the ones whose, you know, were not based off of any, like, actual actors. For example, Amuro is, like, one of the best villains of the entire series, by far. By a country mile. Now, you would say, you know, he was originally portrayed by Pierre Taki, but the official iteration of him is an entirely new design that's not based off of his voice actor, who they replaced, because, you know, Pierre Taki famously got busted for coke. Sega let the man who created Acid Electronica do drugs in his car. It's fine. Yeah, you can't vote for him. Yeah, well, technically, Judgment is a separate series. Yeah, so that's what people have been saying. But you know what's fucked up is that you can vote for. Higashi's here, Toru Higashi, our baby boy. We got Kaito, of course. We got the big boy. We've got Tsukumo, which is crazy. I'm glad we got Tsukumo. And we got Sugiura. Those are the only Judgment characters, and I figured out why. It's because they're in Gaiden, the man who done deleted his name. And I thought that was a spin-off game. Apparently not. Apparently it's a mainline game, and I guess I can get fucked. So, this is my humble plea. You know, just if you have time, like, say, 30 seconds out of the day, if you can just go and from any time, once per day, from, you know, now till the 22nd, so about 10 days, please go vote for a Judgment character. I would like it to be Fumiya Sugiura or Tsukumo, and here's the reasons why. First of all, even though you say, but Chuchu, he's a pretty boy character, and nobody gives a shit about pretty boy characters when they play an RGG game. We want manly, scruffy men who look like they eat cigarettes. Au contraire. When Sugiura was first introduced in Judgment, he was like, what, 20, let's say like about 26. I'm not going to look that up right now because I don't want to look at the fuck-ass RGG wiki. He was about 26 years old, and that game takes place in, I want to say, ballpark 2020. Let's just say it's going to be wrong. Actually, I have to look this up because somebody's going to, like, cancel me. What is this? Hold on a second. Let me look this up right now. When does Judgment take place? It's been a while. Judgment, no E. Video game. When was it released? 2018. Okay. So, the game takes place in, like, about 2018, 2019, because they usually take place when the game's released. Hold on, let me see. When was it released in Japan? Yeah, 2018. So Sugiura is like 26, 24. Let's just say he's 24 in Judgment. And then when Lost Judgment came out in, I want to say 2022, he would have... Hold on. Lost Judgment. Lost Judgment came out 2021. Okay. 18, 19, 20, 21. So let's just say he's like... I think he's like 26 years old in Judgment. He's 28 years old in Lost Judgment. It's 2025 in the human world, you know, where y'all are right now. So if we do the math here, from 2021 to 2025, that's 5 more years. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. He is a year younger than Yagami was in the first Judgment game. You can have him be the lead in a new Judgment game. That also solves your problem of not being able to hire Kimitaku again, because, you know, it's expensive. And you know, Starto is kind of on fire right now. Still, even though they're doing very good for themselves. But yeah, that gets you out of that situation. So you can age up the character model too, because he's not based off of any face, like any actor specifically. You can age up his model. Hey, Death in the Right, how's it? Yeah, you can age up his model. Tsukumo will be there. They have their whole thing set up in Yokohama 99, where they're the Yokohama version of, like, Yagami's whole detective agency. Sugiura also has a 1-to-1 copy of Yagami's fighting style, and it's for story reasons. If you played Judgment, there's a reason why. He has his own little flair to it. But, I mean, you could... It's not like you would, like, swap in the model, but it'd be a little bit easier, I think. You know, in case you couldn't get Yagami back again, you know, because they did, like with the Kaito files, where he was like, he can't appear in that thing, you know, because he's based off of a very popular, very expensive to hire actor. So you solve that, and then you can have him interact with, you know, Tesso and Zhao, and, you know, some of the mainline game characters, and they were setting up for that, I would think. But then who fucking knows? Because I frankly don't know where the series is going anymore, and that's fine. I think the more that they get, the farther they get away from, like, the mainland series, the better, in my opinion. I still don't have a solid opinion on Infinite Wealth, because I haven't finished it. So far, I think that 7 is a bit stronger written than 8, but who knows? I will have a full opinion on that when I actually finish it. I got distracted by Doku Demo Island, and now I'm in a situation where I can't play any console games, so it'll wait. Does Dead Souls have any original characters? Zombie lady? Zombie host? Giant shark? none of the Dead Souls characters are actually votable here too, because Dead Souls is actually a spin-off game. So, so yeah, that's my long impassioned plea to vote for one of the Judgment characters, but especially Sugiura. If you don't want to, the other character I suggest voting for is Onomichio. Hashtag Michio Sweep. You can also vote for Omelette and all of the other chickens if you want. Or even, you know, the various bears and cats and monkeys that have appeared in the series. Yeah, I feel Kiryu took the show and Infinite Wealth, and the main story was, yeah, I had my issues with that too. That was my main issue, and I understand why, but I'm one of the haters who is of the opinion that yes, you can vote for the lobster. Ichiban's lobster you can vote for. Both the hermit crab and the lobster. You can vote for them. Yeah, I just derailed myself. But yeah, with Infinite Wealth, and the previous game, Gaiden, the man who forgot whose name he wrote, I feel that Gaiden was a very unnecessary game, and if it needed to be made, which I understand why, because of how RGG Studios, you know, crazy workflow is, should have been like Yagami instead of you. Like, I don't know, man. You could have had, if you could have had like a Judgment character because of all the spy shit going on. And or you could have had like, I don't know, Jungi Han, even though he's not really like what he's like a very much a side character. Have him or Sonhee. She would be great, and it would make sense for her. They do all the espionage shit. It doesn't really make sense for, you know, 65-year-old Kiryu to do all of that stuff, and change his character, because a lot of his way of fighting is very much tied into his character. I don't know. I'm an old hater at this point. There was a Judgment in Man. The Judgment character is a man who forgot his name. Yeah. So I didn't realize this. The whole reason I bought Infinite Wealth, you know, aside from the fact that it takes place in Hawaii, I thought you could see the Judgment characters in there. No, I'm a big fool. They're in like a side like a side mission thingy, like a mini game in Gaiden. So, guess I'm gonna have to play Gaiden. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Please vote for Onomichio, or a Judgment character. We're not gonna win. I'm pretty sure Majima is gonna, like, you know, sweep the whole thing again, and Kiryu, because, you know, fuck me, I guess. But it would be nice. We've got to show up for you know, the forgotten ones. But yeah, I sound like such a hater legitimately, even though I love the series a lot. I just would like for them to take a break from like all of the main stuff. It would be really good. But rocket shoes. Yeah, you know who would be cool wearing rocket shoes? Onomichio. That would be dope. But I'm more interested in what RGG Studio is going to do with the new Virtua Fighter. They've been saying that they're going to be pushing like the story side of it, or they're going to be combining like the whole story based stuff that Team RGG is so good with the team that, you know, worked on Virtua Fighter to make like a pretty solid fighting game. So I'm interested to see what they do. Stranger Than Heaven also was something that I'm really interested in, also, aka Project Sentry. That one seems really unique. And I do like the fact that it looks like it's split between two different, very interesting decades. And because RGG Studios is really good about simuldubbing and working very closely with their English dub team and translation team, the game is going to be dubbed in both, or I think the game is going to be dubbed in both Japanese and in English, and so they have the opportunity to put out this sort of like dual language game on both sides of like all over the world, not just, you know, one Japanese language track and one English language track, because there's characters who speak both languages. As the game takes place, I believe, in pre and post-war Japan. Yes, this is official. This is not a Fenwiki Boldor. Yes, it's so now you see why I'm just like a little bag of salt. Cause I'm just like, there's no reason. There's literally no reason. Like, I can understand if you can't vote for Yagami because again, like his whole design and his face is literally a very expensive to hire, to hire actor. Um, and they've had problems with getting his likeness before. It's not, due to his agency. But apparently you can also vote for other characters who are based off of actual actors in the mainline series. So you know what? Fuck me, I guess. And I'm always gonna say Lost Judgment is the best game out of all of the RGG studio stuff. Looking specifically at the brawler-based games, RGG7 gets to be in a completely different corner. I'm gesturing with my little hamster hands, but you can't see because I don't have my hands attached to my body. Lobster soup to troll spiders. Oh my god, yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh man, damn dude. It is really kind of fucked up. Again, you can vote for literally anyone in the mainline games, from fake Kiryu Kazuma to guy at Hostess Club, 4 different kinds of, gangsters. A lot of them, models that have been copy pasted with the heads swapped because, I can't blame them for that. That's fine. That's hilarious. It's always been like that since the very first popularity contests. And again, they run this annually. But man, it's kind of messed up. Like, dude, like Akutsu Daimu is one of my favorite villains as well from Lost Judgment. Fucking chainsaw guy with the muscles and the ice pick dude whose name I'm forgetting, but I understand because his design is based off of an actor too, but that's less of a problem. Like, you can't vote for them. You can't vote for Ayabe. You can't vote for Kuroiwa. So the most egregious one is Saori. Oh my lord. My beautiful queen. She is not in here. If you want to look for Saori, that's not the right Saori. Where's my Saori from Judgment? Hello? I mean, Jesus Christ, what are we doing? Hello, Ashley Minami, Miami. Hello. So, in conclusion, please vote for a Judgment character, or Onomichio, or, yeah, like the chicken or the lobster. Hashtag Michio sweep. Fuck that, dude. Why? Why is Judgment being treated like that? Oh my god. Oh my god, what a mystery. It truly is a mystery. And you know what else is a mystery? This game I'm gonna play. Hold on a second. Let me get this off the screen. Let me turn off the... Alright, cool. Doing this all with one screen is kind of like saying that it's not like, doing the Kaizo Mario of streaming, but I feel like I'm trying to defuse a bomb every single time I switch over to OBS, and I'm just like, hold on a second now. I'll do. Where did I put this? Where did I put that? Where did I put these other things? There we go. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, final bit of housekeeping. As you might have noticed, the phone line is removed from the top of the screen, and that's because I forgot to log into Trello. Whoops. So I'm gonna have, it's fine, because, that's like a subscription-based thing, and I had to set that up all over again. So I'm gonna just do that when I'm able to stream on a consistent basis and not now. So unfortunately, the phone line is down. If you left a voice message, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna be able to hear it. But once I get it back up again, when I'm able to fully return. Okay, cool. That's all the housekeeping needed. So let's get this started. And hopefully the audio isn't too loud. Y'all, I don't think it is. There we go. Alright. So this is The Roottrees Are Dead. Now, this is a game that... Excuse me. Hold on a second. Let me just turn this audio down for me, but not for you all, because I think it's okay. But let me know if it ain't. Give me like 2 seconds. It always happens. Alright. That's bugging me less. Hold on a second. There we go. Cool. So, a good friend of mine, friend of the show, the CJ, the developers of Terra Nova, they've put together a list of games that use and incorporate UI elements into their storytelling. And I believe I'm gonna have to look this up because I'll link the list later on in the show, because I completely forgot. Hold on a second. What is it called again? Yeah, Interface Drama. So there's a whole big curated list they made of games that incorporate this kind of storytelling, and it's something that I like a lot. The Interface Drama list. They do have it on their website. They also have it on itch.io. And this game was like around the top of it, and I saw the trailer for it, and I was intrigued. Because it involves, you know, snooping around on the internet and trying to figure out who done it. Might be internet. Okay. So I'm going to address this right now. So the original, right. Okay. So here's the thing. This game, the original itch.io version is free. I don't recommend you play that. That one has AI generated visuals. The developer of that particular game used AI generated photos and such for that game, and this is why I held off on playing it until, of course, you know, people, you know, talked to him about it and course corrected him on that. When they moved over to Steam, they hired somebody who worked on board games for their illustration. That's why it kind of looks a little funky. I do get that. I was a little bit hesitant myself when looking through this. I like some of the, like, dude, I was a little worried. I don't want to be that kind of person who goes like, this art looks like AI generated art, because like 9 times out of 10 when you say that, it's incorrect. In this case, with the research that I did, to my knowledge, it is not AI generated art. The Steam version, that is. The itch version has not been updated. And knowing my friends who made the list, they wouldn't put, like, a game that would have AI-generated art in it. I don't believe they linked the itch version in that. So yeah. So I really hope it does. It isn't. Because, this wouldn't be the first time, like, I realized that I've been bamboozled by a game. If you recall, I've played a game on stream before, like way back, called Last Seen Online, which I did enjoy. The writing was really good, and it was a really interesting puzzle game that also involved like an interface narrative like that, where you're snooping through somebody's computer. I was very horrified to find out that later on the dev came forward and said that he did like AI generate the visuals on that game too, but the dev pulled that game, and the game that he uploaded on itch later, he eventually hired on like visual artists and stuff. So yeah. I don't know, it's like kind of weird and mixed feelings whenever that kind of happens, you know what I mean? The only AI that should be allowed is me, is what I'm saying. I'll kill everything else that is auto-generated. But the damage was already done at this point. I know, I hate that shit! So, I mean, dude, I'm hoping. Again, I did, do the research that I could. And I do swear up and down that the art on this one is not the AI-generated one, so yeah. I'm fucking hoping, because from what I heard, you know, the writing was supposed to be good. The one thing I do actually have contention with is that this game is part of a bundle, and I shit you not, it's called. Oh my god, hold on. I have to like on Steam, like the bundle is what's it called? Oh no, I didn't see it. Damn it. Okay. Or did I? No, hold on. I don't know. I can't see it. I'm not gonna pull up the store. But this game, even though like, you know, it sounds interesting to me and it's something that I wanted to do. When I picked it up from the store and checked out, it was like you can get it in a bundle that I swear to God is called like Cozy Armchair Horror, no, Cozy Armchair Crime or Cozy Crime, and I was just like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. Oh god. So, you know. Oh lord. Well. That sounds like it's two dings against it, but you know what? We'll see how it goes. For the settings, I turned off the evidence intuition thing, which means it's telling you how many things you got to look, so we'll see. Oh, good lord. I have recently pitched a book as Cozy Rushy Revolution. Isn't that just War and Peace? Or, like, you know, I want to say Vanity Fair, but that's like an English. Are you telling the story of the Russian, excuse me, the Russian Revolution through like the viewpoint of a witch in the Alps looking for her lost cat? And yeah, it is really fucked up that we have to double guess anything. Well, but yeah, the whole gimmick or gist of this game is that the three children of an influential family died, and so you have to figure out who the heirs are, I believe, by doing a lot of research, computer, so on and so forth. So I'll see. Wizard and farmer in the Borderlands, which is totally not Siberia. Okay. Like, I get it. Like, I get having to pitch things to publishers because, you know, they're soulless, sucking vampires. I'm getting a speech and spinning beach ball of death. That's not a good sign. Oh. Alright, chat. Here's the deal. I had two games in mind. If this game crashes, we're moving to Tokimeki Memorial. Never mind. I shamed the game to work. Okay.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh
Hello.
is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash.
Excuse me, why isn't your text centered on your logo? Okay.
Corporate president Carl Roottrees and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors. Again, for those of you just joining us,
I'm Bob Mackey, and this is the... Oh.
Are dead.
Who is it?
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees Company's lawyers are scrambling.
Scrambling what? Some eggs? Oh, God.
Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
Okay.
I've I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
Yeah, you can just call me Double G, the Genie, much like the Vivitch.
I'm going to give you a quick test.
Okay.
Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Uh-huh. Complete the family tree of the Roottrees sisters. Okay. Siblings are in birth order, oldest, youngest. Examine my evidence, search the internet for clues, fill in the names. Fill in the occupations, fill in the photos. Yeah. Oh, I thought I turned the amount of evidence off. Person who hired you gave you the photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees sisters' Got Milk ad. I've tracked down a test photo from when they painted the fake before they painted the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize their faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize their name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a root tree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it." That's a really long thing of copy. Oh, good lord. Oh, I do love lists and organizing. Ugh. Eloise, Anderson, Gwyneth, Bean, Deborah. That's Beans. Carlson, Laura. Okay. I always wanted to see the Clueless sequel starring the Olsen twins. It is giving very that. It is giving very that. Jesus. Oh my god. Methodological erection TM. Shoutouts to we'll see ya. Jesus. Sarybot's been working on their aim since, like, I've been away. Good job. Roottree, Gwendolyn. Oh my god. Candy, Carly, Gwendolyn, Gwyn, Christina, Lauren, Margolite, November, Raina, Riley, Samantha, Tessa. These are some white ass names. Sam Cottrell. Linus Cornwall. Ugh. There's. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 fucking Eliases. And there's 3 miracles. I hate this. Okay, nah, I don't. It's fine. It's fine. I'm smart. See, I thought this is gonna be easy. So, like, I turned off the thing that shows how many more things you gotta click on or look. Oh, the rubber duck. Let's see here. You can jot down important information such as names, family relationships, marital status, sibling counts, or anything else. Highlight any text in your web browser or evidence for the quick option to add notes. Huh. I see. The Roottrees sisters. And to the internet. Welcome to the Information Superhighway. Thanks for purchasing a new Cashew PC. PC is equipped with a 450K modem, which is fast enough to access any site on the World Wide Web, even those with high-resolution images. Oh boy! Let's play some Quake. Find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer. Or burn a music CD to listen to later. How rich is the main character? My Dreamcast can run faster than the shit. I know, right? On reveals at a search result, be sure to use Netscape Explorer's new history feed. Remember, cashew PCs are delicious. Cashew PCs are inedible. Do not try to eat your computer. Says you. Thing no. That's actually faster than I thought. Oh, wait, no welcome screen? Or not, never mind. Search. Oh. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottrees sisters' modeling careers. You come across an unofficial Roottrees fan site seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text and hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS, but Riley is the smart one. Rose is a middle child, like, oh my god. With a RH? How white are these people? Hold on a second. Read my notebook. Roottrees Sister Act. Fuck. Raina. Rose. Riley. Oh my god. Raina. Married to TMS. Rose. Middle. Riley. Young. Big brain. Okay. I'm sure I'm the smart one. It's very much like, what is it? Twice's intro song, where they just kind of like go down the line and like, I'm the pretty one, I'm the oldest one, I'm the leader, I did ballet, I'm just like Tofu, I'm just like Tofu. It's a real thing. You can look up the song. I don't know what it's called, but they use it in memes a lot. Okay. You might think because they're rich because they're models and an actress and a model. But their dad is also the president of the candy company and their mom, Brenda, is a fashion designer. They also do the modeling for her brand, Root. Brenda... I eat root tree candy all the time. My favorite are maple crisps. This is going to be... possible password. Cool. Oh no, the fact... okay. So, you know, I understand not wanting to generate, like, an actual website where you can read all of this. But the fact that you can type and make notes in the notebook and add pages... this game... I have to hand it to them. They've given me something that I like a lot. Riley does in most of the posters. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. Okay. Rose... it? Yes, you can. Oh, it's over. The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion lines, but none of it is relevant. Root has a period after it, even though it's not the end of the sentence. Additionally, for searching for a name, most of the time you'll need the full name, but sometimes if someone goes by a nickname, searching for it's the only way to results. Oh. Root. Dot. Period is part of the name. Clothing company. They make clothes for children from toddlers to teenagers. The website is down. You find countless retail sites attempting to advertise their clothes towards the target audience. One of them has to say, you've spied the Roottrees sisters looking hella fly on catalogs. Oh. I don't like that. Now you two can be like Riley, Rose, or Raina. You also come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root. Dot. It's released 2 catalogs per every year since 1984. Raina has appeared on almost all of them, so the Roottrees are all adults. Okay. There's only one that the webmaster continues a collector's item to mention. It's that Brenda Roottree, the Roottree sister's mother and Root's head designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter, Rose, 1985. The site says this was the only time her daughter was listed with her birth name, Carly Roottree. Fucking hell. Rose, Carly, Rose. So I assume these are like the Kardashians, where they all have to have, like, you know, the name, like, the name has to start with, like, an RH, but they have, like, an actual, like, first name that's something different. Huh. Hmm. And the family feels like new money, kind of. Brenda Rootree. Stumble across an auction for a black and blue dress that's a Brenda White original. The auction describes it as a vintage dress from before Brenda became Brenda Rootree and started designing clothes to Ruth. The white and gold dress itself doesn't seem relevant to your search. Haha, very funny. Brenda Rootree, mother, maiden name, White. Oh Lord. Let's see here. You discover a trivia page that lists common trick questions. The answer to what are the first names of the famous Rootree girls? Was the answer Raina, Carly, and Riley. Okay. The explanation states that Rose was generally born Carly Rose Rootree. Apparently her parents planned to name a son Carl Rootree Jr., but after finding out they're having a second daughter, they called her Carly. So Carl Rootree is probably the father then. I'm assuming. Because if there was a Carl Rootree Jr., that would have been the son's name. Unless the grandfather is a Carl and the dad's name is something else. That's when, you know, that's when the junior would happen. We'll see. We'll go with this hypothesis for now. Carl Rootree. We'll say that's the father's name for right now. Reasoning. Carl Rootree Jr. would be the second child if was cool. This is basically just, you know, 6 degrees away from Nicolas Cage, the game. If you've ever played that game on Wikipedia, where you just start going down rabbit holes. Uh-oh, I see why this is a good game. Carl Rootree died in the recent plane crash along with his wife Brenda Rootree and their daughters, the Rootree sisters. The Rootree sister wives. He was the president of the Rootree Candy Company as well as the clothing company Root. which he co-founded with his wife. According to news sites, the Rootree Candy Company plans to put out a press release sometime within the hour to address the absence of Carl, the crash, and the questions he's been receiving. Once he finished placing the Rootree family sisters on the family trailer breast, okay, cool. So we got enough evidence to move forward, but I don't do what video games tell me to do. Nibble Crisps are Rootree's most recent product. Introduced in 1992, they are a series of circular, crunchy wafers coated in nuts and chocolate flavoring. Oh, these people are Canadian. Website of a fan says they came to be during the tenure of Ernie Jr., former president of the Rootree Candy Company. There's a commercial that aired a few years back during the Super Bowl. Because of possible. Cool. Alright. The Notorious Montjoys? Denise Montjoy, Pip and Gittens, Mallory Montjoy, Dermot Mountjoy. Okay. I have a feeling that these guys are gonna come back into play later. Tales of Dispense. Probably won't be able to click on anything right now. Actually, let's see here. Let's actually just look for the names that we wrote down. Ah. Is there an Ernie? Oh yeah. So, Raina Riley. Oh, that's funny. Raina and Riley are listed here. But Rose is missing from this list. She's missing from, like, the family tree. Oh no, there she is, right here, Carly. Interesting. Okay, so this is listed by their birth names. Ernie. That would probably be Ernest Madsen, huh? See, look at that. I'm 5 steps ahead. This is what's called using big. Ernest Madsen Jr. Ah! Aha! Aha! Alright. Cool. Alright, let's go slap these sisters up on the board, shall we? Alright. Oldest. So the one with the earrings is gonna be... What's her face? That's Carly. And... I don't know about the other two. Wait. Married to TNS. Raina is the one with the blue? Because she's wearing a wedding ring. And then Riley, I guess, is the youngest, so... Okay. So. Oldest one, her. Middle one, her. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm smart. Occupation. This one is going to be Carly. This one is going to be Riley. Cool. Look at that. Easy. Easy money. Raina is married to TMS. So that's going to be... Pretty sure that we could find a name. Hold on a second. TMS. So... in the list of women... In the list of women, there's nobody with the last name S and the first name T. List of men, there's a Thomas Sheridan. Hold on a second. TMS is a common abbreviation for early 19teen heartthrob Tommy Mark Sheridan. His first credited role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. Skyrocketed to popularity after his starring role on sitcom Brother Trouble. Since he had a Brother Trouble, he's on often on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use, and more recently his relationship with Raina Roottrees. Their short engagement, they were married in 1997 when she was only 19 and he was 23. Oof. Mamma mia. Okay. Married to Thomas TMS Sheridan. Tommy Mark Sheridan. Okay. So we're gonna put Gonna put this here. Oh, we're also getting close to where I have to hit the capitalism button. So once I finish typing up this note, we're gonna take our first 3-minute break. You know, stretch and get all that good stuff out, and then we'll return to rooting around to these family trees. I'm dead. Backdoor. Time marches onward. Brother. Married. 97. When he was 3. Ana. 19. 8. That's been saved. Oh, I see. I see. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the capitalism button, chat. It's gonna be 3 minutes. Once those 3 minutes are back up, we'll see you back in the video game. And we're back. And we're back. Boy, it's been a while since I've talked so long to chat that like my little like metal vocal cords are trying here. Get some of that old oil. Delicious. Okay. Back to being fucking nosy. So let's check on them. Onward. Oh my god. Holy moly. There's a lot of text in this game. I gotta give the writer credit for that. It's the first credited role for Tommy Mark Sheridan, who was only 7 years old and still being credited as Thomas Sheridan at the time. Child actor. According to your search, the show has been on the air for 22 years and is said to focus on 3 large families that own different ranches in the same town in Texas. He must have appeared as Carson in 53 episodes before his character went away to camp. A few episodes later, his parents learned of his off-screen death in a terrible whitewater rafting accident. I hate when that happens. After a 6-year absence, Carson returned, now with partial amnesia. He recalled, though he was saved from the river, the couple who found him were evil drug runners. Blah, 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 blah. During the second run, Carson was played by an actor other than Tommy Mark Sheridan. The discrepancy was explained by covering his face in bandages and claiming his work in the silver mines left him permanently disfigured. A new actor played Carson for an additional 3 years. He was then killed while saving his younger sister from drowning in a whitewater raft. Fascinating as it all is, none of it seems related to the... Says you! I'm a hamster. We dig everywhere. We go down every single hole. Rabbit or not. What I'm saying is that no hole is going to be left undigged. We are going to get our hands or fists down every hole for that information. Excuse me. What other thing was he in? Brother Trouble. My favorite BL. Joking. I assume it's a reference to Sister Sister. Right. Brother Trouble was a 1989 sitcom about 2 16-year-old brothers, the same age, when adopted, played by Tommy Mark Sheridan and Dustin Christopher Baker. Hold on. I'm gonna make a new page. Can I reorder the pages? Oh, thank you, God. Yes. Yes! This is for sickos like me who love writing notes and organizing things. Haha, yes! Ah! I'm gonna put this here as Root Tree Family. We're gonna put this page as companies. of interest. I'm gonna add a page, and this is going to be full of interest. This is going to go right here. This is going to be actor worked with Tommy. TMC. You've played Voices of the Void, right? I haven't. I don't believe because I'm still on Mac. I don't believe I can play it. I've seen like so many Varg Skeletor streams of Voices of the Void though. So I know about UFO porno, yeah. Also, so wait a minute, hold on. Hello? Oh, there we go. I thought I was stuck. Yeah, I know how, like, random that game can get. It's kind of like... I want to say it's kind of like a paranoia-like, right? In that you're searching for extraterrestrial life. Oh, rip. That and Observer Simulate games. Open Sewer? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, you mean like Observer-type sort of games? Yeah, I do enjoy those. Yeah. One of my favorite streams that I've, or collab streams that I've ever done, and I have a lot of them. I actually, you know, I enjoy all of my collab streams. It's true, even though that sounds like a useless platitude. But one of the most fun collab streams I've done was with Swoos. When Swoos and Thunder, I think Thunder was there. Swoos and Thunder and I, and then Frozen was there for sure. She was there. We played I'm on observation duty, and you can say that, like, you know, anomaly type observation games are kind of like, you know, cheap, jump scare, woo shit. That time we played Flash games and we watched the skeleton and said that too, the Red Room series. Yeah, those. Very much those. Like, that, like, the Red Room, like, puzzle, the escape room puzzle games, and, like, observation type games, I love dearly. I love a lot. Actor worked with TMC. Their singer, oh my god. Penelope Tessa Green. Oh, wait, she was listed on that list. Was she also related to the trees? But yeah, I like, you know, observing, #noticing things, and finding things out and getting them on. And with a little sprinkle of horror, it's all nice too. Stand-up comedian. Just stand-up comedian. Often had a navigator job as a magazine columnist, as well as the troubles that come with raising two boys who are extremely competitive in sports, academics, and romantic. Their next Roxy, who I'm certain is another actress. Roxy, unknown actress. Ron Roottrees. Okay. Ron Roottrees. Ron Root. We're gonna just leave that blank for now. Ron. Small Green director and the head of RR Productions. He directed episodes of a few other shows before showrunning and creating a one-season hit Brother Trouble. Okay. Director. TV. Productions. Now, defunct production company responsible for Brother Trouble. You find a comment on a Usenet board stating that Brother Trouble ended up being an ironic name considering the rumors about our Productions, Ron and Robbie Root. not much relevant information about Robbie Rootree. In a comment thread on a message board about television cliches, you find a thread, why was Brother Trouble cancelled? One user speculates, I think it's because the writing went downhill in season 2. We actually had an episode where Roxy was addicted to sniffing markers. Another person replied, maybe it's due to the rumor about Robbie Rootree and Silver Screen Magazine. Well. Yeah, I sure did mean that. And Hollywood Insiders magazine, focusing less on actors and actresses and more about the nitty-gritty of writing, directing, costuming, etc., etc. It ran from 1983 to 1999. It was bought by a bigger, more recognizable magazine before. Huh. Got a new document, apparently. Huh. Huh. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. So, the spouse... Thomas Sheridan. Thomas Sheridan. Go. Fill in the occupations. Okay. Well, to the internet. Got married. Let's try the other actors. Dustin Christopher Baker is often abbreviated DCB by his teenage fans. Since leaving Brother Trouble, he's appeared in a few straight-to-VHS movies that adapt classic literature to a family audience with minor success. Most popular of which was Jane Eyre, which reimagined the Charlotte Bronte novel as a high school romance with a focus on skateboarding. Not associated with the Roottrees. DCB. DCB. Not DMC. Actually, I have to know. Fuck, that's a good name, Jane Eyre. Penelope does... Oh. Oh, my printer is just going off. There's a result for the Laugh Lounge, a club in Reno that claims Penelope got her stand-up start in dinner framers from she was routine in the 80s before she was a star on Double. The site claims she retired for the birth of her first child, but still makes yearly appearances for fundraisers, doing more family-friendly material. Find a picture labeled Joke-O-Lantern 1997, equals different picture labeled Jack watching one of his mother's charity sets, 1994. Both have been added to evidence. Hold on, Jack... Lopez's son. Alright. I actually haven't been checking my printer. I should. Oh my god. Find this on a website about a comedy club called the Laugh Lounge. It was captured Jack watching blah blah blah. Okay. Good lord, that's terrifying. This has to be related. So, there's a jack? There's a jackroot tree. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. That can't be. But what if? Then how did he get the name Root Tree? Never mind. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. There's a jackroot tree right there. Is the game not letting me search it? Are you doing the thing where I can't search something because I'm not supposed to know that yet? Laugh Lounge Comedy Club hosts several fundraisers throughout the year, but the most famous one seems to be Joke-O-Lantern, which happens every Halloween. Comics and patrons are encouraged to wear costumes, and it seems with the person with the best costume is a voucher that can be redeemed for 5 pounds of buffalo wings. Okay. Laugh Lounge. Worth a shot. Okay, but I need to, like, find out what these girlies' jobs are quick. Occupations. Mixed in with the recent news of the plane crash, there are a lot of results for Roottree's extremely popular candy products. The Rootree Candy Company was founded by Elias Roottree shortly after his married wife Gwyneth. Okay, hold on a sec. Wait a minute, I'm getting names thrown left, right, and center. So... okay. Let's start... Actually, no, let's add a page. Let's put this page here. Rootree Family G. Flowchart. Alright, so it goes... Elias Rootree. Fuck. Ah! Okay. Gwyneth Rootree. Maple Farm. No CEO and no stockholders. Instead, it's run by a president with input and votes from extended family. Now, the site does mention that every president has been a direct descendant of Elias and Gwyneth, including Carl Rootree, despite his death, is listed as the current president. Trying to figure out the family tree connects to like Charlie from Always Sunny. It really is Pepe Sylvia. It truly is. We gotta talk about the mail. We haven't talked about the mail yet. Oh my god. Carl Rootree is the current presidente. Product that put them on the map were 5 pieces. Maple candies with 5 different flavors that are dipped in a crispy, crackly, candly coating. So, Anderson Maple Farm. Carl Roottrees. Current. Oh my god. President of Root and so Carl, hold on. Oh, yeah, Carl is the dad. Of course, of course. Wait a minute. Hold on. Carl Roottrees. Oh, just there's a Root. Three sisters. Father. Brenda is the mother. Brenda. Fashion designer of R3. I'm gonna call them R3. Like the Black Stars from Gundam. they're a unit of goofs now. Father of R3. Hey, Knives! Hello! Hi! Miss you. I miss you too. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a while. It really has. And yeah, Strobly! Hello! Hi! Things are going. I've been extremely busy, as you all know. And I have time tonight to come back for one night, for a little bit. So still no solid schedule as to when I'll be officially back, but yeah, just working, trying to turn things around. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm playing a mystery game where we gotta find out like all the secrets of this family, figure out who deserves the inheritance. Also, Reito Ryokosha, hello! I'm frozen! I'm gonna save that. 5 pieces, maple candies with 5 different blah blah blah. They breakfast. Yeah, no, things are and I hope y'all are doing okay too. It is crazy out there. I do agree. It is whack out there. But I hope at the very least all of y'all can hold on to whatever little shreds of happiness you got up. But yeah, thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Let's search up 5 pieces. You learn the 5 pieces of the iconic candy sold by the Roottrees Candy Company. Although they are no longer the company's only popular product, they still sell it to this day. They are not M&Ms. They've been pressed into the shape of a maple leaf. Though they have one flavor that looks more like a berry. Okay. History of Print Advertising that claims to have 5 pieces. The Sweet History of Candy Volume 2 by Charles Lee. I'm gonna write that name down. Never know. Wrote book on history of cool. Oh boy. Okay. Root has released 2 catalogs and may not appear to almost all of them. see here. I still don't really have any occupations here. Oh. Okay. Let's actually search for Elias Roottrees. I don't know how close it's gonna get us to what the sisters' jobs were, but you know what? Let's leave no stone unturned. Elias Roottrees was the founder and first president of the Roottrees Candy Company. Fun was essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Roottrees Candy Company. I would not write it that way, but sure, you would say advertisement site or something. At the top, there's a picture of him and his wife, Gwyneth. There's a biography section that has some additional information. Blah, blah, blah. While he's successful, he is quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup, and any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by my blood to my legacy." Family Man, The Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams. To say they are biased is an understatement. Like his great-grandson Carl, Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. Okay, so Elias Roottrees. Great son. Oh no. I can already see that this is expanding. Holy moly. Founder. Grandson? Wait, great-grandfather. Watchman of the Year? The fuck is that? Business Watch magazine is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, and the economy. They've been around for over 100 years, blah, blah, blah. Offer an award to a prominent businessman who has furthered the field. They call us Watchman of the Year. Roottrees. Elias Roottrees and Carl Roottrees. They do not host any archives, but you might find individual articles and issues through your periodical search. I see. Ba 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 ba. How do you spell Gwyneth again? Ah, there we go. Let's try Gwyneth Anderson. The first Anderson maple farm. There are a few pictures, including a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth. That photo was added to your evidence. Before marrying Elias, Gwyneth Roottrees was Gwyneth Anderson. She had no brothers, so the oldest sister, she was to inherit the Anderson maple farm as long as she married. They only produced syrup. It was Elias's idea to create candy instead. It's been served as a tourist attraction. Early 1900s. Good. Okay. I actually haven't looked up their mother yet. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Roottrees list. In evidence, they'll be marked on the chart with a star. Okay. Did I search for the mother? I didn't, did I? Maybe I did. Okay. I did. Bess Williams was an author born in the late 1800s. She lived just outside of Miami and died tragically in a major hurricane struck the area. Information about her book Family Man seems to have faded over time due to lack of interest. Family Man, The Roottree Legacy by Bess Williams is a very poorly received book about Elias Roottree. Possible to find a book. Okay. So... see who else I can try to pull. There's... okay, because there's like a jackroot tree. Carl, Clancy Jr. Is there another Anderson? Eloise, question mark. Don't see a Tessa Green. Oh no, there's a Penelope Tessa Green. So she is part of the family. So then her son is Jack Roottree? Has to be. Because Jack's a child that there's no information of him online? Well, there's a Tessa Roottree too. Wait. No. No, that's not right. Hold on. Is Brenda Roottree listed twice? No, she's listed by family name. Ugh. Mark Lane. Now, I might be talking out my ass, but is there like a DCB? Oh. So. Roxy. Would one of the, Roottrees sisters been an actress, maybe? Huh. I feel like I'm missing something. their nicknames is the only way to find results. Okay. Okay, it was worth a shot. Doesn't associate with a retreat. Ron and Robbie Rooch. Did something... Oh, hold on a second. Silver Screen Magazine. It was bought by a bigger, more recognizable magazine. This website notices, Did you mean root tree? Well, kinda. Hold on. Okay. Modeling careers. Were they all just models? I could be very stupid. They could all just be models. And a model. If that's just like, if they're all models all across the board, I swear to God. Are you serious? It was that easy? My brain is just too big, chat. That's the only reason. What?
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired.
Now listen here, silhouette hanging out in the doorway. I'm high-spec hamster Chuchu online. I am a CHU unit. I forgot my serial designation. It's been a while. Give me a second. But I am connected to the World Wide Web, as you may not know. I have the highest dial-up capabilities of anybody out here in your galaxy, as you might know. So, I know how to run some searches and solve some mysteries.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even.
Oh?
But here's the catch.
Okay.
The root trees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
No problem. I'm already way ahead of you.
The man who started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives. Anyone related only by marriage is optional. But filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
So that's how I know that the game actually was limiting me from looking up Penelope's son. Because I wasn't supposed to know that. But I did. Because I'm a nosy motherfucker.
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable root trees. Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree. I'm off for now. Carl Roottrees had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
How will you know? Well, like, I paid you? I just, like, paying you? Smoke signals? What?
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
Okay, so kill him. Understood. Oh, mamma mia. Well, I've already got the founder. Holy fucking shit. Alright, I got this. Easy. Easy peasy. That's the wrong one. There we go. This is Elias. Anderson Gwyneth. Elias. Roottrees. Oh no. I have to go to the internet. Farmer? Hey, Deep House Mouse, hello! Good to see ya! Hi! Yeah, I'm just back for a little bit. I'm sleuthing some stuff and nosily poking my little ham nose into other families' business. As it should be. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. 5 pieces. An advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. Yeah, these people are Canadian. Mentions the 5 pieces are named just because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Roottrees 5 pieces. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Maybe that's why kids still love them. Cool chocolate, so strawberry, sour plum, awesome apple, bad blue raspberry. Radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. Whatever is an elderberry anyway. Whoa! I'm sure that's important. So... Nibble Crisps. 5 for 5 children. Current flavors are... what, cool chocolate? Red chocolate? Cool chocolate. Cool chocolate. Oh, strawberry. Sour plum. Bad blue raspberry. Awesome apple. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I have a hypothesis that the names of these flavors correspond to the initials of the children. But that's just a theory. A game theory. You know, I would eat these. I would. They're supposed to be like what? Maple candies covered in chocolate? Or no, they're chocolate covered in like maple candies and stuff, and there's like fruit flavors. I think I would eat these, yeah. If they tasted anything like those, the Japanese chocolate covered gummies, I would eat them. Hold on, I need to put elderberry. Missing flavor from 1920s. Elderberry. Okay. I don't know what good that means, but, you know. The magazine Teen Blast. Hold now. Wait a minute. We're gonna look that up on the computer later. Notable Roottrees. The Roottrees sisters. Carl Roottrees, Elias and Gwyneth Roottrees. Wynn Roottrees, Red Roottrees, Jim Roottrees, Lauren Roottrees, Miracle Jr. Entry of the family tree that belongs to someone on this list will be marked with a star. Notable Roottrees will be crossed off of there. Okay. Oh. Okay. As we know, Carl is the great-grandson. Elias and Gwyneth, of course, are the founders. Gwyn, question mark. Everybody else, question mark. And Miracle Jr. is a character that's in Yakuza 0. The Roottrees sisters and their parents died in a plane crash on December the 6th, 1998. Okay. This is, I guess that's actually kind of neat. That's if you, like, come back to this later, you forget what you were doing. That was, like, the story thus far. Helpful. Let's check this out. Hold on. First of all. Gonna need... Search for... First Anderson Maple Farm. Housewife. So she was a housewife. And Elias... I want to say CEO. Founder, first president of the Roottrees candy site. Old man. Is president? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Got him. Oh, wait. Oh, no, you can zoom in and out with the scroll wheel. Oh, it's over. Oh, my God. Holy shit, chat. This... I gotta fill in all of this. Ooh, let's go. Okay, so we know that Carl is the great-grandson, so... There's two names that must be typed in manually. Let's see here. So... House. Carl Roottrees. Brenda White. Easy. So we're gonna have to look for a picture of Carl. And then there's like another... Wait, he's a great... Yeah, okay. Okay, this makes sense. He's a great-grandfather. Okay. Penelope Roottrees. Ron Roottrees the brother. And Robbie Roottrees the other brother. Huh. Penelope Tessa Green. There's a Jack Roottrees, so... Huh. Guardian, adoption, otherwise. Whoa. So Jack's the baby. Not sure where he'd show, though. Alright. Let's head up the old compy. Carl Roottrees died in the plane crash, etc. Here's the press release. Okay. December 6, 1998. So the heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, the Roottrees sisters, and everybody else that perished in the terrible tragedy. The entire Roottrees family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Following his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we hope that you join us in looking back fondly on Carl, his family's triumphs and accomplishments. But I go on to list some of them. Like his great-grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year. But I already found that out. Oh wait, no, because I already found this out ahead of time. I don't need to do this. Skip. Teen Blast is a magazine aimed at teenage girls. Their website is a news section that offers condolences for the loss of the Roottrees sisters. Their fashion line was often covered by a magazine, and Raina Roottree first appeared on the cover on her 16th birthday. What else do I got? Hold on. So this game is why the sequel to Hypnospace Outlaw. Yeah, we had to settle for this instead. Lol. You know, it's similar. The games are similar in ways because you're looking through periodicals on the internet and stuff to find information, but it's different in a different way. It's more like the main meat and potatoes of the game is just running searches, and instead of actually combing through websites, you're specifically picking through the text in order to find where people sit on this family tree. There's the rabbit hole element where you jump from one topic to another to try to see where everything links up. But I would say that it's very much unlike Hypnospace Outlaw, because Hypnospace Outlaw's whole goal, other than trying to like simulate and bring back that whole nostalgia of Web 1.0 and the communities that were there, it's very much a it's less railroady, I think, of a game. You know, where you can come to certain conclusions and find certain things through various venues. And depending on how knowledgeable you are about programming, you can find a lot more too. So that's like there's similarities, you know, in the sense that again, these are interface dramas. But the mysteries and the way that you go about finding your information are different. I would say this has a little bit more in common with old school text adventure games, you know, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or something like that, where you have to type in your actions. There's visuals, of course, because you need visuals, but the actual interface of the computer feels a lot like inputting in commands, or like a text adventure, very much like. So let's see here. Jack Tessa Green, son. Charles Lee. Okay, now can I actually search some of those names? Okay. Actually, they're giving me a whole bunch of names right here, so I might as well just start searching for them. Gwyn Roottree, I assume. It's gonna be one of the grandmothers. Find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The website is not very well organized and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages. Gwyn Roottree is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. That's importante. Hold on a second. Okay. Gwyn Roottree, grandmother, actress, divorced. Her biggest role was the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwen from behind the scenes of one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. Did you know trivia? Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Roottrees. But her father took her mother's famous name, which was quite rare in those days. Huh? So wait, was Gwen actually the Roottrees and Elias actually not? But that doesn't make any sense. Guys Like Us is a 1953 film in which two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life until one of them falls in love with their client and hilarity ensues. Starring Gwen Roottrees, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane. Hold on a second. These are names. Christmas Mission is on a page called Flops. It was a war movie about World War I, released in 1955. It received poor reviews and lost it. Okay. Harrison Lane was a television actor with a major role in Guys Like Us and other films. His largest role before Guys Like Us was the villain in the first season of Western Frontiers. Okay. No connection to the Roottrees. Harrison Lane seems to be a dead end. Okay. Thank you for informing me of that. Let us go to... Gwen Roottrees is on the notable list. She is an actress. So... Hold on now. So she divorced, so... I assume... That's her, then. So student identified. Hello! It is I! Okay. Thanks for stopping on by. I'm being very nosy and investigating this this rich Canadian candy company family's secrets, so that we can find out who deserves all of the money via the internet. Hey yo, never trust those maple pushers. That's right. Okay. What was my list of folks? Red Roottrees, Jim Root. Not from my country, oh no! Yeah, I assume because, like, the whole emphasis on maple syrup. But who knows? It could be from, like, you know, across the border. Donate the money to the Delete Quebec movement. Oh my god. Okay, let's search for the other fellas. Red Roottrees. Aloysius Herring Roottrees, aka Red. Holy moly. Okay. Was an appointed judge and politician and earned his nickname ironically because he was ambassador to Ireland for only 6 days. He served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position in the Irish people. See, this is what happens when you Mess with the Irish. Don't mess with us. We'll run you out the country. You piece of shit. Quebec is alright. The provinces used to fight, but it's not just Alberta. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Roottrees Candy Company and newspaper ad, but it came out the last name was merely coincidence. And he was deleted. Deleted in a landslide. Okay, hold on. This is a red herring character, and I hate that. Judge slash politician. Not a family member. This is a bad joke, and you should feel bad. Okay. It's okay. I'll give him that one. That's cute. There's like a little fish. Jim Roottrees. Watch though. This dude is gonna be like an actually important. He's gonna be like one of the real Roottrees. James Roottrees is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. The duo, according to many sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder to the disco song "Rollin' On Down to the City." Blah blah blah. Diamond is the band's lead singer. The band has had another hit. But has its fans. Oh, they've got stands. Refer to themselves as Diamond's Dazzlers. The rest of their songs are more folksy. Their albums around a cherry tree. Jim is okay. So. Jim Roottrees, Diamond LaRue. The more popular one. Actually. I thought I saw on like the list of family members. Wasn't there some LaRues? There was. Diamond, Jane, Kim. Okay. That means Diamond's the mom and Jane and Kim are their daughters, I'm assuming. Maybe. Mayhaps. And then the granddaughters are Jessica and Katrina. See here. It's all coming together now. My god. Rolling On Down to the City was barely a top 20 hit. So this is Xanadu. Yeah, this is Xanadu. Let's see here. Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco this sweet. It's credited to Peter Jankowitz from MMM. Music by... okay. Lyrics of the song contain no clues, but here they are. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Limp Bizkit. Great-grandson of Elias Roottrees. So, that means... he's... I feel like he's somewhere here. Somewhere here. Or he could actually be in this whole middle section here. Anywhere around. Oh my god. Anywhere around here. Alright. Warren Roottrees and Miracle Jr. Huh. But actually, first. Yeah. Sound, oh my god, of laughter. Huh. Oh shoot. I just realized we hit the second I gotta hit the capitalism button. This is gonna be the second break. And then I have to admit, chat, this game has me a little bit, so we're gonna take a second 3-minute break. Then afterwards, I'm gonna see if I can try to hit a stopping point. Or just do a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I do need to wrap it up. The VOD of this should be uploaded to YouTube. I'm gonna say generous guesstimate end of the week. So if you missed it streaming, you'll be able to watch it on my YouTube channel, which hasn't been updated in fucking forever. So there's that. But in the meantime, let me just go ahead and push the capitalism button. I see that my mainframe has locked up, so now's a good time to do that. One moment, please. And we're back. And why? Hold on a second. Why am I wheezing? Hello? Excuse me. There we go. Alright, there we go. Jesus Christ. For a minute I wasn't moving. Alright, we're back. Alright, let's get to investigation. Who are the others? Let's try to narrow down some others. Lauren Roottrees. Author Lauren Roottrees, a distant relative of the Roottrees sisters, is known for her book A Life Between Wars. According to a website about famous authors in the early 1960s, Lauren wrote novels under her name, Lauren Rafferty. Okay, second. Lauren Rafferty. Lauren Roottrees Rafferty. Author. Okay. Selection is A Life Between Wars spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II to coping with the post-war war as a young widowed mother. Released her romance novels, Romance in Court. Although she's listed as first and most famous of a series of 3 books, often called the Court Jester series. All 3 books are about different romances, but told via the same narrative. Return to Court and New Romance. Was popular in the 60s, now not so much. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. He shorted to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a televangelist who's part of the Miracle Network. Oh no! Not a televangelist! Hell nah. He used to have a show that, this motherfucker was part of the 400 Club, or the 800 Club, or the 500 Club, or the whatever those fuckers were. Son of a bitch. He was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979. Okay. Was his wife Edith's sister in disguise? Okay. Wife Edith as a sister. Okay. So, disposed Roottrees. What a clergy one, actually. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Hold on a second. Simon Jane Kim. There's Jessica and Katrina Lafferty LaRue. Okay, so someone who lost her husband during World War II. be Rafferty. Up, split up. She was a sister? What? Distant relative of the Roottrees sisters. So... Public library. Oh. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on. Life between wars. This is a book occasionally taught in schools. Alright. Cool. 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 Alright, alright, alright. Holy shit. My printer's working overtime here. Romance in Court. Had inspiration from one of her brother Clancy's lectures on the Middle Ages. Hold on now. Brother Clancy. Okay. Oh, we've got so much information. Martin Roottrees on the notables list. The book was published in 1965 and consists of diary entries. Her husband is Jacob. Okay. And her son is Clark. Okay. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her mother's side. Okay, hold on. Check this shit out. Oh, that's so good. Ooh, look at all of those. Holy shit. Oh, you're giving me a full text editing control. Oh, cow tools. I have the power. Ham tools. That feels good. That feels way too good. I feel like I understand why games don't have this, because a lot could go wrong. Jesus Christ. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Okay. Her mother's family... Let's see here. Mother's family was the Cozels. Was... Hop... Fruit... And helped write a legal document he called the Clanced Trust. So... Her brother was probably a Clancy Jr. Retreat. Clancy. Brother Clancy Jr., I'm assuming. They have internal shorthand names for the different generations of the family. 5 pieces. Oh! First generation of children by Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in this generation. Next generation, Lauren's generation, the free spirits. Okay, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, won't that pass? Okay. 5 pieces. So, the new generation... Oh my god! Thunder! Thank you so much for the raid! Hey, what's going on, dude? Hello. My voice. Shout out. November raid. Hey! Shout outs to shout out. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for bringing your folks over here. As y'all know, hi, Spec Hamster Chuchu. I'm your helpful support bot from the Rock Quarry. I'm making a very rare appearance for this night, just right now. Playing The Roottrees Are Dead, which is an investigative mystery game. And I see you were doing your charity stream, your annual charity stream for November. If I got that correct. Nice. Thunderbird VT. Okay. If you haven't already subscribed and followed the bird, please follow and subscribe to Chicken Nugget. He's a good feller. We all know him, you know him. Fellow Tokusatsu head. And brother, I miss hanging out with you and doing the watch-along streams. Chicky Nuggies. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have some chicken and was it not specifically chicken, but I'm gonna have some fondue that with what you call kimchi and chicken and cheese fondue for dinner tonight. So looking forward to that. Okay. Well, I hope your stream went hella good, and once again, thank you for stopping by. Feel free to, you know, raid and run if you gotta, because I'm pretty sure it's a late night for you. But, alright. Back to it. So, the original 5 pieces, Next Generation, Orange Generation. Oh, yeah, you've been doing Kaizo Mario, Jesus, yeah. I mean, honestly, props to you. That's wild. I've seen Kaizo Mario runs at Games Done Quick. Those are no joke. I've seen like a lot of like task runs, honestly, too. But yeah, those are punishing. Genuinely shouts out to anybody who does that. So since you're doing like Kaizo Mario all throughout this month, that means you're gonna do I Want to Be the Guy next, right? Are you gonna be the guy? I should actually play I Want to Be the Guy one day. Which isn't gonna happen anytime soon, so I can put that out into the world. But that's probably gonna come back to haunt me when I'm able to stream again. Next Generation, 5 pieces. OG Children. Next Generation, aka TNG. Star Trek. Lauren's Generation. And parents? Spirits. Great grand generation after Lawrence, including his son. So one of the free spirits I assume is it's the musician. Whose name I'm forgetting. Well, there's so many. An entry titled Complaints from Lauren Roottrees' Diary. Focused on Lauren's family members, Gwen. Gwen is an only child complaining of loneliness. I told her I expected to watch after 3 brothers doesn't feel like a blessing, but it feels deaf ears. Her and Aunt Margot. Oh, Mamma Mia. Hold on. So, Gwen is the actress. Okay. Gwen. Lauren Roottrees, same generation cousin. 3 younger brothers. And then Margot is somewhere here. I think there was a Marguerite. Margarita. There was a Marguerite, I thought, on the list of like general family members. Aunt, great aunt. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess. But she just complained. Now she's off in the glamour cycle where I'm stuck here with Clark. She has to be in Starlet and this is like, wow, Bill Williams. Actor. And she titled Dynasty. Brother Elias. Once he told me everything got quite heated. Granddad was fierce enough his sons would take over as president. The architects, painters, and lawyers don't got time for candy. So, let's see here. Politicians stay the branch. So I'm not Clancy would have wanted. Zach! He's the firstborn son of the first... Oh, it's getting convoluted. Okay, hold on. Next. Then... Jen. Hold on. So Lauren, Zach. Oh, hold on. Angie, Lauren, Zach. Angie, Zach, Lauren. Oh no. Angie, Lauren, Zach. Nancy? Maybe the only one who looks like he samples the product. Okay. Sam. And also Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in the family gatherings. Granny and sisters and trim the brothers for the Sam especially. Angie summoned all the next to Gwen's in Paris, but the rest including Miracle's boys spent ages trying to... Ah. Oh, there's a lot happening. Paris. So, OG Miracle is here. Miracle Jr., I think, is here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Uncle Jr.'s... What? Sam and Uncle Jr.'s wedding to Patsy last year. Clancy Sawyer was in the farmhands. Easy and John. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Wait a minute. Hold on. No. Eli. Angie, Lauren, Zach, Clancy, Eli, Miracle. Sam gave us one that says Eli certainly was thrilled. There's a Eli Jr. Oh wait, so Miracle here. Miracle Jr. is here. Okay. Jesus! Blood is thicker than syrup. There is... Sam. Is mystery. Clark's getting married and far too young. Danielle isn't much older. Jacob and I got married. Okay, so her husband's name was... I did already know that. Her husband was... So... Lauren... so Lauren Raftery Varney. Mother, granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Mother's family was the Cozels. Father was Popped. Brother Clancy Jr. Husband, Jacob Rafferty. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. Clark. Junior Clark. They all aspire to be musicians, artists, and dancers. And the other one is Carl, the first pop first class to Carl. Alright. Miracle Jr., Clark, Carl. And then there was... Jack's not a bad present after all, and his sister seems to be doing. That wasn't it? Twins, Gwyneth. Wow, what a hater. 5 pieces. Top even had it framed. That's him on the left. The Eli Jr. design. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photos and some miracles in it. The 3 of us were about the same age. Jill told only the 5 pieces. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Gordon, who's with Aunt Gwendolyn. They never took a second photo. So I assume that's her dad, Clancy, and her father. And then Miracle's the one with the eye patch. Next generation. For old time's sake, we gather on the White Horse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way to the left. Self-voted by my brothers. The only two good make appears as Gwen. Grandma insists to include Sam. Oh, brother. Ah. So hold on. So the one who took over the company was Zach, I believe. And Jim. Okay. So then all the same. Let me think. So there's someone who had twins. Same generation. It's the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Father's side. So, Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Mother's family was the Cozels. Father was Pop Roottrees. There's somebody here. And she had one son. Didn't have sibling. So by process of elimination, she had one child. on our father's side, right? So wouldn't it be somebody over here? Am I tripping? Wait, she's the second youngest, right? So... Ah. Clancy. Ozell. Then... Hold on a second. Okay. Lauren Roottrees. Right? I think that's right. Yeah, that sounds right. And then Jacob. Rafferty. Family uses surnames from birth. Always use the person's most recent occupation. Like, I feel that might be right, but... Oh, it has to be. Cause like she... Oh, no, but she's a person of importance. So wait a minute then. Was that it? Lauren Roottrees. Generation cousin, 3 younger brothers. Gwen is the cousin. Margot is the great aunt. So hold on. Grandmother, actress, divorced. Same generation, cousin, 3 younger brothers. Oh! No, she's got 3 younger brothers. Never mind, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm stupid. This one is Clancy. That's the Edward. This one's gonna be Cosell. He was a lawyer, I believe. I'll double check that, but this is Lauren. Jacob Rafferty. Clancy. Clancy Jr. That makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense. What was... She has a brother, Clancy. Clancy Root. The Clance Trust is a highly unusual corporate agreement named after Clancy Edward Rootree, who was Elias's son and the Rootree Company's head lawyer at the time. A fixed percentage of his profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts representing each direct relative. An account is created for each blood relative at birth and at first accessible when they reach 18. Yikes. The Roottrees versus RR, 1994. 5-piece guarantee. Oh my god. Guarantee is something that I always have, guarantee. The yearly salary of Roottree's president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. It's closer to $4. Oh, so you're a good CEO, huh? How do you make... Okay. Only to afford to be president. Is a smart... Okay. Roottrees versus RR. RR attempted to unsuccessfully remove a fellow family member. For the person in question was born out of wedlock, and second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. You cannot remove any direct descendant of Alliance Rootree without completely dissolving the trust. I see. See. Clark. Back. Let's see. Surname is the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Angie. So... There's a Zachariah Morden. Morden? Pause. So that means... Firstborn son of the... Angie is here. There's an Angie here. And I think there's like a Zach he... Is that how it goes? Huh. Like a Clancy that's being mentioned like an awful lot. They're Clancy or a Zach, and I feel like it's gotta be one of these. But hold on a second. Jim Rootree, Lauren Rootree, Miracle Jr. So Jim, I assume, so wait, Clark. Clark Rafferty. Okay, that makes sense. And then would O go? Somewhere in this line, I feel. Root tree. Scarlet. Tablet would focus on famous actors and actresses. So I assume Miracle was the one with the eye patch. Second photo. Okay. Three of us were all about the same age. Just that the four of us stand together. Up at the middle and let everybody live. Miracle also made. I assume he's the one with the sunglasses because he had an eye patch? That's his son, Miracle. Ah. Miracle Jr. Root Tree. He was the son of Miracle Jr. So... But her... Just like a shot in the dark. I have to wonder if Clancy Jr. is here. And then... Zach is the second oldest, right? She's the second oldest. I shouldn't look at this side of the family tree. That kind of makes sense. And then it's not known if... Not known if Jim had any children. But they did... Hold on. There's... In that list of family members, there's 2 LaRues, right? There's 2 LaRues, Jane and Kim. So... Wait a minute. Wouldn't it be... Photos. I'm just, you know, taking a wild-ass shot in the dark. This feels right. Wait a minute. James Roottrees, possibly? Because James being another... Hold on a second. Aha! James Roottrees. Okay. 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 That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. It's Roottrees, singer, musician. Diamond. There's 2 photos of her. Sting? That feels right. And then... Jane and Kim LaRue. J.K. LaRue. And that makes sense. But I won't put them down for now. Or, you know what? We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And this might be the wrong way for right now, but that's like a placeholder. Siblings are in birth order. So then Angie, Angelica Morden, Zachariah. No, wait, hold on. Zachariah. Then there was a Morden. Then... But then she was supposed to be the next oldest, right? Right? Am I getting that right? Or wait, did I have her in the wrong section? Hold on a second. I think I do. She's the second. Okay, I have her in the wrong space. You. No, that's not right. Because she has to be an important person. Oh my god. Pepe Sylvia! Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Jacob Raff. Right? Feels right to me. Loss of her husband, Jacob. She was a granddaughter. She was called the Cossells. Her father, so she was, Pop was the head of the Lawyer family. Younger brothers. First future. Granddad was first known as sons. I took it to architects, preachers, and lawyers. No one got any type of candy. Firstborn son of the firstborn 5 Ps. older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of us all. Zach, right? Sounds about right. Feels right. But I don't know. Huh. Maybe not. I don't think this is right. Never mind. Miracle goes here. Dream Miracle third. I feel like I'm missing something. Edith. Jacobson. Got him. Miracle Network. Production company run by Miracle Roottrees Estate. Mother, father, son, near Miracle. It's younger than sisters. Miracle Roottree Jr. Because father, son, what's your evidence? There he is. My God. Celebrate with your pastor Miracle III and his wife Nicole. Miracle Jr. is said to be world famous and gets top billing. Miracle Jr. is on the notable trees. Okay, Miracle Roottree. His Miracle III and his wife Nicole, who are said to be the youth pastors. Okay. Youth. Okay, preacher. Preach. Oh! Like that? Just like that? But I didn't... Oh, I see. Hi! Look at that! My intuition! My ham intuition. See? I got it. Oh. Hello?
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes.
See.
But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottree reunion. I also found some important-looking papers.
God, I'm getting handed all this evidence.
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
The court record has been updated more than I can handle, Your Honor. Holy fuck. Stephanie Jones for City Council. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And 22 years old, being with her, blah, 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 blah. Love is our future. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement supporting Stephanie, she use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let her conflict spread to the next generation. Carl, that's probably Mordred. To Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry you're unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible. And Ernie, those are your daughters. Was a she of a candle identical to ours. Debbie. Oh my God. Every 20 or so years, the Roottrees would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. Carl's the teenager in the middle. Okay, sorry about the water damage. A pipe burst in Carl's office. It was November. Bonnie, next president, Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Caroline, Gwyneth M., Gwendoline, Miracle Jr., Jim Rucci, Carl, Clark, and Eli M. Well, this is Miracle Jr. I think that might be Stephanie. Here's Carl. I'm just gonna take all these photos. Wait! Is that red herring? Thank you, Viper. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage photo of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Couldn't make the reunion, wishing you well. Gwen and the boys. Gwen and the boys. That's Gwen and her two sons, I guess. Holy moly. Well, I think this is a good stopping point as any, since we're hitting 3 hours. And I hate to tell you, chat, this game has sucked me in. It's, it has elements that I like, which is, being nosy and falling down rabbit holes on the internet. I do like the note-taking interface. I was a bit worried at first due to the fact that originally, as stated before, original version of this game did use AI-generated art and photos, quotation marks, art, which is a big no-no for me. I'm the only sentient AI thing allowed on this planet, this galaxy, ever even. But thankfully, this Steam version, which I am playing, does have original artwork and generated backgrounds and music. A little bit better about that, but just in general, game devs, if you're out there, don't use generated AI. Yukishio7 wrote and developed Higurashi. He used photos he took himself with a shitty filter slapped on top of it, and he, you know, he wouldn't probably be the first to say that he was the greatest at drawing. And I like those mitten hands drawings of his. But let's be real, they are not professional in any way, shape, or form. But he still did them anyway. And I think Higurashi is all the stronger for it. Because of it, even. It still was able to resonate and connect with it. So, your writing and storytelling can still come across, even if you're like, oh no, my visuals, I can't have any visuals, I can't pay any artists. There's always a way. And the same goes for vice versa with writing and stuff too. Especially as I see, I see a lot of people relying too much on generative machine learning stuff for instant gratification when it comes to creative works, and you really don't have to do that. TLDR, good on the devs for changing. If you ever use generative AI in anything, I will blow myself up in front of you, changing the course of your life forever. That's a joke. But I did enjoy what I played so far, and I probably will definitely get into it. I was expecting it to be a little bit easier. It's very intuitive, but it's still giving me a challenge, and